Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Nerd Den here, and today I'm going to be doing a little theory video for the series finale, but this theory video, I'm going to be reading through a post that talks about a possible reasoning behind not just Ruth's Doctor, but the way things have panned out over the past two series in the Chibnall era. So yeah, things have been a little bit different. Like, this era of Doctor Who's felt a lot different, and certain things have panned out in unexpected ways. But I'm going to be reading this post and trying to add my own ideas to it and how it could potentially happen in the show. So yeah, let's get into the video. Right, so yeah, this was on a Twitter post that was a screenshot of a Facebook thing, and some have even speculated that Jodie has been in a parallel universe since the very start of her era when she fell out of the TARDIS. And then it just got going on about how it holds a lot of ground. Even though Chibnall did say that such a thing wouldn't occur, but he did say that about Ruth's Doctor. Because, you know, that might be the new main universe or something. He didn't say about the universe being a parallel universe itself that we're in at the moment, so there might be a little loophole there, or it could just be straight up lying. Anyway, we'll just go through this theory anyway, because I thought it was pretty cool. So there's no unit in Resolution, because obviously they were binned off with a Brexit joke, and then they're explaining that obviously we barely saw any enemies or monsters that we met before, except for the big baddies such as Cybermen and Daleks, but obviously they would be present in any universe, to be honest. The sudden appearance of the Stenza as a large threat to the universe despite never being mentioned before. Okay, that's true, but obviously Doctor Who does a lot of mythology there, and a lot of alien races, and the galaxies and the universe in itself is huge, so I don't know. The new Master that doesn't fit into any of the regenerations as of yet is one to keep in mind. The Master in himself could be from another universe, because obviously the multiverse was referenced in Spyfall Part 1. That's something to keep in mind. Vor as a random new big company since unmentioned in Doctor Who. Well, yeah, of course, you know. That company could have literally grown overnight, and, you know, because obviously it had the Master's backing, and you know, it was a rich entrepreneur. Like, it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. The reasons the Doctor was struggling to navigate her TARDIS to take everyone back home after the Ghost Monument, due to the first time piloting it in this new universe. Okay, yeah, but the TARDIS has always had issues piloting and, you know, being controlled, because that's the TARDIS. That's the Type 40 TARDIS. It was a broken model and the Doctor stole it. But still, it could be explained as that. Orphan 55 as Earth's future, but only in this parallel universe. That could be interesting. Okay. Gallifrey is destroyed, but only in this alternate universe. Okay, that one, I feel like once Gallifrey's future's decided, or what happens to Gallifrey happens in all the timelines, because obviously Gallifrey is home of the Time Lords, and obviously a lot of time events and everything happens on Gallifrey, so I feel like what happens on one version of Gallifrey happens on all of them. That Trump-like bloke from Arachnids in the UK seemed to be a shoe-in for president, despite never being mentioned in the show's original universe before. Yeah, but it's never really established or mentioned a lot of when this show takes place in the Whoniverse, so literally I wouldn't look too deep into that. In the Demons of the Punjab, a race the Doctor is aware of to be assassins, reveals it is actually changed, and that has something to do with their planet's destruction, but maybe only in this universe. Okay, fair point. And then there's a few more here. So the Cybermen classed as a fallen empire. Since when in our universe was that the case? Okay, maybe the Cybermen are, you know, changing a little bit. You know, the Cybermen have been brought down before, like Nightmare in Silver. They were a fallen empire, then they got brought back and obviously lasted throughout Capaldi's era. Now, the Cybermen have had loads of origin stories, so again, that could just literally be that the Cybermen have ended up wiping themselves out or being wiped out, but they're starting again. Juduna's Hyde Police, and they mentioned about the Shadow Proclamation. Yeah, well, the Juduna, when they first appeared in David Tennant's era, was they were mentioned to be Hyde Police, like mercenaries, and I think the Shadow Proclamation are the company that kind of like hire them out if needs be. The Doctor crash landed into a whole different universe in which Jo Martin was the Doctor, but they never crossed paths until now, as she was in hiding as Ruth. This would also mean that Ryan, Graham, and Yaz are all inhabitants of the parallel Earth. Could Grace be alive in the Doctor's actual universe, and could this be how she leaves her companions behind? Maybe when Jodie goes back to her universe, she'll find it in complete ruins and in need of help, completely left to hold its own, whilst the Doctor lived completely unaware that she was in an alternate universe. Okay, that theory was a lot to digest, and I'm going to say now, yeah, it's really interesting, and it has had a lot of thought put into it. And of course, again, it's a theory, so you can't really knock anyone for having a good theory. But I feel like some of the things stated there, it just happens in the show, like the Stenza suddenly becoming a well-known dangerous race in the galaxy. Yeah, it happens. And the Doctor, I feel, would know that she's in a parallel universe, unless, I don't know, that's retconned as well. But it wouldn't surprise me that if, you know, there's that massive twist at the end where it's like, oh, she hasn't been in the right universe. And that is sort of the thing that Chibnall will do. Like, he's just added another Doctor to the show that, you know, is all good in itself, but you got to explain where that Doctor's come from, and maybe that Doctor isn't the imposter per se. I wouldn't say imposter, but you know what I mean. Jodie Whittaker is, and that would be like, whoa. So Jodie Whittaker's Doctor is in the parallel universe that's not hers. That would just be like, what? I know I just explained that poorly, but wow. It is a good theory to think about, and when that post kind of came to its end there, it was talking about the Doctor going back to her own universe and finding it in danger, and it's kind of gone to shit. That would be pretty cool, and what could that danger be? Maybe you could have like a Dalek invasion story or something like that, because obviously the Doctor hasn't been around to save the day. But personally, I don't think this is the case. I feel like, yeah, Doctor Who has literally just continued, and we got a new Doctor, or like a new secret Doctor that's going to be cool to learn about, and we've got all these things that have happened in the universe that, yeah, they've kind of rushed ahead, because obviously the Stenza, there's been no build to them. They just become a dangerous monster race, near enough. And obviously UNIT have temporarily been written out of the show. I do think they'll eventually return. But yeah, it is good to think about, and honestly, shout out to the person for doing that theory. It's really good to read through, and hey, it could happen. It could happen, but I feel like it would be just like a massive headache to realise that, oh my god, we've essentially just been in the wrong universe for 2 seasons. That would be... It would be a little bit, oh, okay, so what's going to happen when we go into our universe? Like, is that how all the companions leave the show? Wow. But yeah, I want to know what you guys think of this theory. Leave a comment down below, and I will see you all on my next video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.